And to the left of Wesley P. Seymour is Cory Hageman,
Yes.
a.k.a.
Pre-game with pre-workout.
Oh, snaps.
Pre-game with
Is that what you're
pre-workout.
drinking?
Yes.
What is
do you
that?
got
What's in there?
What's in there?
This is my first time having it. It's a friend. He gave it to me. It's Muscle Farms pre-workout. I don't know. It has like 3 megs of caffeine, so.
Oh.
Damn. On an empty stomach or not an empty stomach?
Empty.
Empty
Yeah.
stomach. So
It
in
was
about
late
10
night,
minutes
so-
from now,
Yeah.
it's
Late
going to
night?
be shaky,
It's late night. No
Corey.
sleep.
Oh, did
Yeah.
you go party?
No, I wouldn't say that. I went to the comedy store and then I just hung out with some friends.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
who was out?
Yeah.
Did you see Brandon Schaub?
No, but I did see him last Tuesday. Yeah.
How is
you
he?
went with Ashley then?
Yes.
Oh, sick.
So I wanted to see Brendan because I don't think you guys know this. I'm a videographer, and I'm going to be working with Brendan when he comes to Houston in June. He's doing some
sweet.
stand-up, and I want to do some promotional stuff for him.
Sick.
So I figured, okay, if I can actually see him perform live first, it's going to give me a better idea of,
Yeah.
just how he is in person, his demeanor, because
Yeah.
people online, like, they can be totally different. And then he was good, but the show itself, I feel like the crowd was really rough. I feel like overall, not a lot of people
What
were
day
into
was it again?
Tuesday.
That's probably why.
probably
Wait,
why.
where was it?
At the Comedy Store.
And where
Like-
though? In LA?
Yeah. yeah.
Oh,
Like hecklers? Like people yelling in the crowd?
or just kind of like silent?
Just silent, just like very like soft laughs, and like I'm super into stand-up comedy, but
Yeah.
even I was like, I don't know if it's the dynamic, I don't know if they put too many people on the lineup, but that was my first time going to the Comedy Store.
Was his material good?
It was, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
A lot of comics
Was it
go to the
good?
comedy
Was it-
store to like test out their material. I know Joe Rogan does
Yeah.
that, and so they kind of practice. So I don't know if he was testing stuff out.
Yeah, well, he's so new to the game. Like, he's only been doing it for 2 years, and I think this is his first like stand-up tour. And because of how well networked he is, the people that he's involved with, they've told him, they're like, yeah, you're not going to be amazing right now, but you're fucking starting off. Like, you shouldn't be amazing. You should suck right now, but you've got the potential. Just keep grinding and working, going to the comedy store and bombing.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. You're going to get better.
So did he bomb?
No.
okay.
I'm just saying that's like that. When you hear comedians talk about that, it's like, you have to go through the grind. You have to fail a little bit.
Yeah, I have to bomb a couple times.
Yeah.
He is the fastest growing comic ever.
He already had.
Like Joe
he
Rogan
already-
gave him that title.
Yeah.
Like ever.
He had a pretty good following beforehand. Does my mic seem weird, you guys? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
No, it sounds good.
Okay, so tell us about yourself. What do you do?
So I'm a videographer,
Sick.
and then I'm an online health coach. So I help women get into better shape, fix their metabolisms after like bodybuilding shows. I'm actually a pro bodybuilder. I do bikini.
Yeah, we saw that on your Instagram. You
Oh, okay, cool.
you lift more than anybody in here.
pretty much.
I mean, this is our lifting right here.
Yeah.
Right here. This is
You
my
lift-
forearms are super strong because of this.
Yeah, I'm a little bit stronger than that.
Yeah, she is.
Definitely.
I saw that.
I saw a video where you were like lifting and you had like you were arched and you were like I'm like, whoa, that's insane.
It's called bench pressing.
No, but she was arched. Like you had like a I don't know, the way you were positioned.
Was
You had
this
an
recently?
arch.
This was recently.
You had an
Yeah.
arch on your
Was it
bench
yesterday?
press. I saw that.
I think
too.
so.
Yeah, yesterday I benched, and so I do powerlifting as well.
Yeah.
And when you bench for strength, you want to have an arch. It
Well-
just it shortens the range of motion. So I mean, it helps you lift more weight because you're traveling less distance.
Okay, so let's ask you some questions because you're a health lady here. Let's say for women who just got pregnant or who just had their baby, what would you say is a good diet to stick to get right back to that weight?
I would say it really depends on what their diet was before they got pregnant and while they got pregnant. Some people, they don't gain a lot of body fat while they're pregnant. Others gain an excessive amount of body fat. Really, there's no reason after you have a kid that you should be eating in a huge deficit. It's not sustainable. And a lot of people, they want to go on these crash diets right after they have a baby. They gain 20, 30, 40 pounds. And they just say, okay, I want to lose it really quickly, so I'm going to starve myself. But at a certain point, and this applies to people even who haven't had kids, if you do extreme diets like that, you're never going to keep the weight off. It's going to come off for, a couple months, then you're going to go to, Cancun, you're going to eat like shit for a week, not work out, and then you're going to come back and be like, oh, well, I really don't want to do that again. That was so hard to get, that weight off and for it to come right back on. So,
You see, my problem was that my wife, she had a baby, right? And I gained weight along with her. So as
He's
she
asking
gained
more
weight-
for himself.
This is more
Okay.
for me.
He's asking
This is
for
more
himself. He's like, what
This
do
is
I?
more for
You
me.
should just be
Asking for
like,
a
what
friend.
do I do as a man to lose
I
weight?
gained a little bit of weight, a little bit of dad weight, and it's kind of hard getting back on track here. My diet is shit. Methamphonement. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
Honesty is good. It's good.
I know it's the only way.
Self-awareness,
Yes,
yeah.
very very. I like food a whole bunch, and I don't know how to get off this weird cycle. I created a really bad habit for myself.
What's that?
Mostly like booze and like fast food kind of. You know,
Okay.
I'm trying to unplug and get out of that. What
Living
do
a fast life, man.
I'm living a very fast life. I'm
Booze and
busy.
fast
I'm
food.
busy. I'm busy. I'm doing stuff. I just eat on the run. It's
Mm-hmm.
all shit. And I need to get. We're going on a vacation this summer, so I need to get something back
Gotta
on
get that
track.
dad
Gotta
bod.
get that.
You
I gotta
get
get
that
rid
V
of
on
the
there.
dad.
You gotta get
bod.
the V.
Ooh, how do we get the V too?
Oh yeah, can
How
you
do I
tell us how to get
V?
the V?
Boom, 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 boom.
The V, like
Yeah, you just gotta lose body fat. It's
Okay,
there.
thank you.
Y'all
That
all
is-
have V's.
thank you.
Everyone has V's.
How do we do this?
So, to lose body fat,
Yeah.
you have to be eating less. You have to be burning more calories than the amount that you're eating.
really
So-
quick. Can this be possible while still maintaining
still
this?
drink
Can we
booze?
still booze it up?
Yes, but you're going to get results slower because when you drink, what your body does is it takes the alcohol and any fat loss. So, okay, in a certain day, you're either gaining body fat or losing body fat. When you introduce alcohol, like, as soon as you have, one beer, your body's like, oh, okay, put the fat loss on hold. Now we have to store body fat because of the way that alcohol interacts with your body.
What's the best alcohol to drink for weight loss?
It really depends.
I
You know
heard
what mean?
vodka, like straight, like liquor.
Yeah,
No beer, just straight.
I
Like
want to lose weight. I don't want to stop drinking.
You don't have to. But you do have to be more mindful of the foods you're eating outside of alcohol and
Okay.
also your exercise too.
Okay,
Are you
so I'm-
are you doing any exercise? Are you
Not at
working
all.
out?
So no. So I'll give you some things, and you tell me what's better to drink:
Okay.
beer, whiskey, or wine. Which one would you say is the healthiest of those three
How much are you drinking?
in excess?
a little bit more than
3
moderate.
glasses of wine,
But
1 glass of wine.
When you drink, do you tend to overeat? Do you get like munchies or
You know
or
what?
you get like drunk
Um,
hungry?
I feel like Brian's gonna start crying soon.
Stupid. No, I'm not. I eat so much. But yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm
I-
the same way, and that's why like I have to be careful when I
drink-
drink because I'll overeat a
I
ton.
don't know what overeat is. I think I already started off
If you
overeating.
don't know, you probably
seriously,
are,
I already
right?
started off like fucking
Maybe the
overeating.
cookies for like at
Oh my god.
the cookies.
I
What
had
cookies.
oh my god, Pazookies? Have you ever heard of Pazookie?
Pasuki's are bomb.
I found out where to buy them.
What?
Trader Joe sells them. We'll talk about it later. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. So, okay. It all depends on the amount that you're drinking. So, wine, for 1 glass of wine, it's about 100 calories. For one shot, so I mean, I guess that's an ounce of whiskey, it's anywhere from 50 to 100 calories, depending on what you're mixing it with. If you're mixing it with, let's just say water, vodka water, whiskey water, whatever, that's going to have less calories than if you were to mix it with a soda.
So what exercises would kill 100 calories?
It really depends. I mean, that's the thing. There isn't a straightforward answer. If I'm being honest, a lot of people want to say, "Oh, do abs or go
100,
run."
100 crunches?
No, yeah.
But running, maybe?
Running will burn calories. Weightlifting is going to give you more bang for your buck. So that's why, a lot of what I do, it's more weightlifting, it's strength training rather than just cardio. Something that a lot of women do is they say, okay, I ate really shitty on the weekend. I had a couple glasses of wine. I need to go burn X amount of calories to counteract that. But the thing is, when you're doing cardio, you're only burning calories while you're doing cardio. When you're weightlifting, you're burning calories while you're weightlifting. And then the 24 hours after you've weightlifted, after you've
Whoa.
trained, you're burning calories because your body's like, fuck, what'd you do to me?
Yeah.
Like, it has to repair
body's
Because you're
everything.
Shot.
tearing everything.
Exactly. So
Okay.
it's just,
Ruining everything.
it's way more efficient to weightlift
Sweet.
and supplement with
What about
cardio.
sugar? Like, is that an alcohol or just and sugar in general? Is that like something that we should all try to avoid if we want to get in shape, or is that like a myth? Because a lot of people
Can
go
I
back.
feel your muscles?
You cannot feel me up. I just got on the podcast.
Can I just feel your muscle?
Yeah. If
Just
you,
flex.
I'm not gonna flex like that. I have weak biceps.
Can I touch it?
Oh,
You can
get out of
definitely
here.
do it, yeah.
Dude, rock hard, bro.
Get out of here with your weak
Dude,
bicep.
I have
she's
weak
like,
biceps. I can lift your whole body. Hey, just to let
She
you know,
comes in on a tank
I can
top,
lift your whole
all
body up.
shredded. I got weak biceps.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's why
They're
I'm
my
wearing
lagging
this
body
right now.
part.
Jesus.
Okay, I got a question along with that myth thing, right? So, like, what I've heard is, say you drink apple juice, right? Apple juice is good for you, comes from apples, right? But what I've heard is, if you drink apple juice, it's the same thing as drinking, let's say, like a Coke or a Pepsi, because it's almost all calories. Versus if you were to eat the apple itself, you're getting the apple juice, but you're getting the fibers that break down the juice.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, you're also getting micronutrients that are in the apple that aren't going to be in most juices.
Okay, so here's my question, because like I'll start the day with like a smoothie. So I'll throw in some carrots, fruit, kale, blend it all up in some juice, right? Am I still getting all those? Once I blend it all up, am I still getting all that fiber? Is it any difference than eating the apple or drinking the juice? Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're definitely still getting the micronutrients. They're still
The breakdown
as
then.
bioavailable. Yeah. Now the thing is, if you were finding yourself you're really hungry, more often than not, I'd say, well, maybe you do need to look at eating whole foods because that's going to actually fill up your stomach with just more volume.
Yeah, that's my problem. I don't usually have an appetite, which is why I'll blend all that shit up because it's easier to drink it. But the damn thing about vegetables is the more I eat, the more hungry I am. I'm full for like 10 minutes, and now I want a burger.
You get a steak in there.
I gotta blend up steak. Is
Hey,
it
how
cool to
come-
blend up steak?
No, it's not. Hey, how come The Rock can eat like 30 pancakes?
Dude, because
and,
he's
like,
Because he
huge.
works
Because he works out 24/7.
He's already in shape.
6 hours a
Dude,
day.
he wakes up working out.
Into shape.
So I just gotta work out. And I
You
can
gotta
eat all
wait-
the shit
you
I
have to
can.
have
You're not
dreams
just gonna
about
go
working
into the
out.
gym
Really?
and turn
Yeah.
into the Rock.
Because I eat a whole bunch of pancakes and I look like African American Winnie the Pooh. So it's,
Nailed it.
Hey, you said that you used to do what was it, a contest? Bikini?
Yeah. So I'm a pro bikini
Hey,
competitor.
how did you get all like the brown? Is that like just
oh
stand?
yeah, good
spray
question.
tan?
Did you just
so
spray it up?
So going into a competition, you need
That's
to
more
have
black.
No, you
Yeah.
you literally. I would look as dark as you on show
Did
day.
your credit score go down? What?
And do you do that just because the muscles show more, or
Yeah,
what's the
yeah.
reason
Show
for
the
that?
cut.
So on the stage,
Yeah.
they put like really, really harsh lighting. So basically, if you don't have a tan, like if I were to walk up how I look now, which I'm pretty tan right now, I would look washed out. There would be no definition. Like I would just look really soft. So if you have the tan, it just highlights everything. It creates more
Does
contrast.
that come out right away, or do you walk around for like 3 days with a tan?
Oh, my cousin
Depends.
does it.
Oh, whoa,
Like you sit
depends
down on
what?
a white couch and you
Hey,
just.
no, there's no
I
sitting on
have
nobody.
I have a
Have you
story.
done that?
Tell us that story.
Yeah.
So when you get tanned, you have 4 spray tans done in like 2 days. I mean, which is way too many spray tans for anyone to have ever. Now, if you get a good one, yeah, it'll look natural. So you can rock it, and people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But it doesn't look weird.
No. But are you walking around in your daily life like dressed up, like normally, like how you're dressing right now?
Like
but
you're dressed for now,
you're
but you
just
have a
black?
super hard.
If I competed yesterday, I'd come in here
In
looking
blackface.
like a Cheeto. Like I mean, I would look.
Holy shit!
I
Like
would look
Donald
really.
Trump.
Yeah.
I would
Right.
mean I would shower like 4 times, and that would do something. But I'd still be abnormally tan.
How long? How long does it take to get out?
Like a week or 2.
Oh, a week or two?
Yeah. No, it's fucked.
Do you
when go-
leave? Do you leave marks when you sit down?
So after you get your spray tan that night before your show,
Yeah.
you have to go sleep in the hotel bed. And
all
the
white.
thing that gets a lot of people is they don't bring their own sheets. And like I didn't do this my first show, so I just got into bed and they tell you like you got to sleep naked. You can't have clothes because it'll streak everything. But if you sleep like that and you sleep on white sheets, you turn the sheets orange, and then the hotel gets you, and they're like, "Hey, $80."
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
You know, it comes off terribly, so you gotta be careful about that.
Fuck.
It's really, really messy.
So you just. Oh shit.
When you compete in these tournaments with other women, are they pretty cool? Do they get along? Or is there like that kind of bitchy sort of like...
Competitive.
Like tiara
competitiveness?
type shit.
Yeah. Is there a lot of like...
Yeah.
that bitch.
Like those biceps don't look pretty good.
Maybe you can fuck up her spray tan somehow.
Yeah.
Not only do you deal
Washes
with that, you have people who will pretend to be friendly and be like, "Oh, what are you doing as your pre-show meal?" Because that's like a huge part of peaking for when you get on stage. And they'll ask you, "What are you doing?" "Oh, well, have you thought about doing this?" And they'll say things that now fuck with you, and maybe you're now rethinking what you were gonna do, and you're
Oh,
like, shit.
they
like-
mean girls you.
Yeah, so it's exactly what you're talking about, what you're imagining. It's the competitive nature of women in general, but
Right.
to the extent, because now you're looking at really, really competitive women who are hungry and have been starving for 5 months.
So do you not eat?
wow.
Like, so when you go to a show, you stop eating like a couple days before, or you're just still eating?
Well, there's a whole process with how you peak. So me, I coach myself. A lot of people get coaches, but the thing is, there are a lot of shitty coaches out there that will do really extreme measures to get you to look good the day of the show. But the thing is, it typically comes down to them just saying, oh, eat chicken and asparagus. And that's fine. You know, you get girls who show up on stage and they look great.
But their pee smells. Because of the asparagus.
Yes, it's very, very important. But you get people...
What the? I didn't get that until right now. Okay, yeah.
You
Hey,
get
good
people...
input.
They don't look as good as they could look. So there are ways that you can look better, and honestly, starving yourself, that's
Yeah.
proven to work, but it's not the best way to go about it.
Is there steroid testing?
Ooh, good
Oh,
question.
yeah.
In some divisions or in some organizations. So I compete in a non-tested organization, but I am natural, and that's a big part of why I don't compete anymore.
Can you tell a
Because so
difference?
many- yeah, you gotta
Can
show
you
up,
tell
be
a
like,
difference?
"That
Like
bitch
you
is on
show,
steroids."
someone shows up, and you're like, that chick has
That
got to be
chick's
on
roided out
steroids.
right
Like
now.
just like. brr.
So that's the thing about the division, the organization I compete in. A lot of girls are willing to do whatever it takes, and it all comes down to them not being smart enough to know the side effects of taking certain steroids, taking certain peptides, derivatives of steroids. They don't understand it. Their coaches just say, hey, if you are wanting to do the show, if you want first, take this. It's fine. It won't change you. It
What
won't
are
do
the side
anything.
effects for women?
It
Does it
depends on what
mess
you
with
take.
their
Estrogen?
for their women stuff? For their
So-
women time? Women stuff?
So
Hair, I would think.
I was saying like
He
the
was talking about
the
like
period.
Yeah, the period.
that's a different
menstrual
thing.
cycle.
There, when you compete, your period is going to be fucked. I mean, you're going to run into issues
Why did I
there.
ask that question? Why did I bring
Well,
that
because you're
We can talk more about periods if you
No, we
want.
don't
That's
have to.
fine. I mean,
I'm just
He's
trying to ask
fascinated
questions.
by it.
I'm
He's
just-
fascinated.
That's cool.
But
We can talk about
to
something
answer your
else.
question, yes, I've gotten to the point where I can look at someone and tell. But the other thing is, a lot of people have bad genetics, so they can be taking stuff, and you can look at them and you would be like, no, you're average. There's no way you take shit, and you find out they're running so.
Can you tell?
Can you tell?
What? Come on, can you tell?
Only in his calves.
just
Only in his
saying.
calves.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say
Just in the
anything. I didn't want to
calves.
put you on blast.
appreciate that.
Feel those
What are
things.
the judges? What are the judges
no, he
looking
only
for
shoots at
though?
the
Like
calves.
like when you're on stage, are they looking for the biggest, strongest woman, or is there like a female physique that where you can look better with this more kind of cut female physique versus a woman who's just like roided out, like a giant chest or bulging arms? What are they? How do they judge
There's
it?
got to be
Yeah,
a
how's this
checklist
thing
of shit they're going.
So this answer is gonna be fucked.
Sounds good already.
The division that I do, it's the softest, most natural. There's bikini figure
The
physique.
softest, most natural.
Yeah.
Like
Like not looking like
You don't
you're
have- like, not
fucking
looking like you're
Sylvester
super
Stallone
muscle.
out
So they
there.
have harder divisions, bigger divisions for girls who do.
Right.
They want that bigger look. They want excessive amount of muscle, and the average person would look at them and be like, "Ooh, I don't know that. Why does that girl look like that?" You know, the division I do, you can look like. I mean, you look like I do. This is the amount of muscle you should have. You don't look abnormally large. You look fit.
Right,
You
there
look
you
like
go.
you work out. Now, in terms of what they look for, it all depends on which show you go to, what judge is judging you. In bikini, they want you to have a really big butt, a really toned butt, and they want you to have a tiny waist. And boobs are a huge part of that, as silly as
thing.
that sounds. Yes, they want that hourglass shape.
boobs are a really big part of because I know that a lot of boobs get taken away with lifting weights and stuff,
Yeah.
right? You lose a lot of that. So is it that a lot of women are getting implants, or is there boob workouts? I mean,
Nah,
boob
Well,
I don't know.
Women have
It's a good
pectoral
question, it
muscles,
is,
but
yeah.
it's like gonna be like up here, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I have a pretty built chest. I have fake boobs, but I also have a very built chest just because I train chest. So, I
Right.
mean, yeah, that's going to add some muscle up, on your
Towards-
Where
chest.
does it
and
show
Right
if you
here,
were
yeah.
to like? If
Where
you
you
were
would
to
show on you, bro.
no, because there's not
Right here.
boobs. Where does it show for you? Like,
What do you mean?
like if you work out your chest, where does it? I mean, there's already boobs in front of it. Like, where would you be? Where would someone know that you'd be working on your chest?
I mean, I technically I do have a chest split. I do have like in between my implants, like you can see I have muscle there. Like when I'm working out chest, it's kind of weird. Even I'm like
It's right here, like
Yeah.
right above.
Yeah, just right.
Listen, I don't know what the muscle on my chest looks like. I've never had
Never
one there
toned out,
before.
huh?
I've never had any muscles.
I've never had a muscle there.
He's
so,
just been riding that cover girl. Easy,
Yeah.
easy, beautiful.
you know what I'm saying?
It's all a breeze.
So, how much do these How much do these things pay out? Do you get paid if you win, like a competition?
You don't?
What
do
the
you compete
fuck?
for then?
Why?
So it's sponsors then maybe. You win sponsors.
You don't win anything.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
you win
Is it just, like,
absolutely
right?
nothing, and
Why
it
are
costs
you-
$3,000 to do
win.
it
What?
Oh, what?
per show.
So what's
What?
so why
What's-
do you
okay,
compete?
Exposure.
So I don't compete anymore.
Oh, okay.
And the big reason is because I am natural, and I thought that I could kind of get over that mental barrier of just being like, you know what, fucking, I'm going to compete for myself, and I'm going to do it because I like the lifestyle and yada yada. But there is a certain point I'm not going to look like the girls who take stuff. Physically, you can't get that lean. You're not going to have the same type of definition, that hardness, that dryness. And I thought I could get over it, but I really can't. And every time I've competed, I've just been like, well, shit, like.
Yeah.
Disappointed in how I look, you know.
So what's the point of people? What do they people compete for?
Yeah, why are people still
Showing
doing
off their
that?
perfect bods.
I think a lot of people who have those type A personalities, they want that next goal. You see a lot of, high working professionals, doctors, lawyers, just people who they need something else to just like go all in on and just like give their everything to. I really when I talk to other girls, when I ask them, that's one of the hardest questions to ask someone, like, why do you compete? Because you're typically not getting the real reason. I would say...
Because my dad didn't pay attention to me when I was a little girl?
Exactly. Because
wow.
I have insecurities, because I don't feel loved in my relationship, things like
wow.
that.
That just got real deep.
I could go... I don't want to speak for people, but
So why did you start?
So I had been living like the lifestyle that competitors do, following different types of dieting programs, training programs. I'd been doing that for 4 years already, and basically adopted a different way to diet that at the time was very taboo. It was non-restrictive.
How long ago are we? Give me a timeline here.
So I did my first show in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, so
4
I'd
years
been from like 2010 until then. I had basically been dieting and figuring, okay, what works for my body? How can I get the body that I want? And I'd been successful. I found a way that I could diet that wasn't super restrictive, that wasn't furthering any kind of eating disorder. I found that, and I was like, well, shit, I know I can do this. Like, I have the confidence in my ability to coach myself. Why not just do it? Like, it's expensive, but, I'm in college at the time. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. So I did, and it gave me that sense of pride because I was like, wow, like a lot of people...
Accomplishments.
Exactly, yeah. A lot of people don't coach themselves, and a lot of people don't diet the way I did and the way I do. So it was one of those things, it was like, I believe in this method so much that all these other people in the space are like, no, that does not work. You can't get as lean. You can't win shows if you diet this way. And I was like, yeah, you can.
Yes, I can.
It's
So
really
would you-
dumb, but yeah.
So would you
exactly.
put yourself in that category, like of that type A personality, like need to drive, need to win?
I am really hard on myself, and I think yes, in a very short sense, yes. I set expectations for myself, and I think at the end of the day, if you do your best, you can't really be mad about the result, whether you win or lose. But yeah, I that's my high, that's my drug, that's what makes me happy and feel satisfied. On an internal level is pushing myself, and it doesn't have to be just with bodybuilding, but if I'm not doing that, I have this like deep sense of like shame and like guilt, and
I feel you.
yeah.
Have you
Actually,
won any
Yeah.
contests? Yeah.
So any guy you date obviously has to be an in shape man, correct?
Not necessarily.
But it probably is.
I mean,
Yeah.
if
Yeah. You're gonna date some doughy looking dude,
I'm
right?
not,
Yeah.
you have to be attracted
Do you
to
have
the
do you have a boyfriend right now?
No.
Okay. The last guy you dated. What do you
Was
look
he
like?
in shape?
Yes.
Did he
Okay.
compete?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about
Okay. What about the guy before?
before that? Yeah.
So no, he actually, my serious relationship before that, he when we started dating, he said he worked out. Like, yeah, me too. But he had no idea. Like, you're
To the
gonna find out.
extent.
Yeah.
And I think about 6 months into us dating, he got a new job, and he just stopped. And that was fine. But like for me, I started seeing him lose muscle, and he was a thinner like model type guy, so like he didn't ever look fat. But I was like,
Where's your gains, bro?
Where's that
Yeah.
V?
Hey, you
Where's
even lift? Where's
Where's
that
that
V?
Do you even live, bro?
Yeah.
Do you get
So-
up? Do you like really like he's not fat, but the fact that he's losing muscle, that's unattractive to you.
It's unattractive to see someone cannibalize what they
Whoa,
had.
hold on, what's that word?
To like destroy, to basically burn away.
Yeah.
So like, y'all have this podcast. If someone from the outside, one of y'all's best friends, were to see y'all just like shit it away, they'd be like, dude, like, what are you
you're
doing? You have
watching the
something.
transition
Yeah.
just going down.
Hey, where are you from initially?
Texas.
I heard the
That's
y'all.
the y'all.
Yeah.
I heard the y'all in
So
there.
you moved to California, or are you here visiting?
I'm just here. I'm working with Ashley. I've been here for about 10 days, and it's my first time out here.
Oh, how long are you
speaking
here
of
for?
Ashley,
Until Tuesday.
does she try to push that vegan diet on you? Or are you already?
Oh, no.
Wait,
No.
are you a vegan?
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Good
Thanks.
for
See
you.
your face?
All right.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck no.
All right,
You think
we
I
can
can
all
get
be
these
friends
gains
again.
without fucking meat?
Be
Do
much
you
smaller.
go?
Yeah.
Do you say gains? Do you say that word?
No, it sounds douchey coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. Do you say? Do you even lift to people in a serious
Do you
manner?
live and live, bro?
Do you
No,
say
that?
only to my friends if I'm
Yeah.
being
Are you joking? Or are you being serious?
only
Do
if
you
I'm
ever say-
joking, but kind of serious.
Have you ever said gains in any form, like even if you're joking, like got these gains?
I've definitely said gains, yes.
Got all these gains. When you throw the weights down, do you yell?
So like the video I posted yesterday for deadlifts, I mean I'm more vocal with doing heavy lifts like that, but no, not like that.
No?
I keep it together.
All right. Why do people do that? Is it for show, or is it like their body's really like telling them like?
It's just adrenaline, I think,
Really?
for most people. I think some people are douches, but
Do you guys
more
ever hit
guys.
on you like at the gym?
what do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
She's like, do I have to answer
Yeah,
that?
she's like-
Honestly.
Like,
Do you? Is
that
that
work
a place?
though?
Is that
Yeah,
a
is
place
that a
to hit on
place?
somebody?
because you're all sweaty, probably. Like you don't.
Are you like, please? I'm
Let's
like
see.
sweaty. Don't talk to me right now.
Like, do you have the radar? Can you see the guys that are there?
Oh, that's a good question, Wes.
The
Like,
women
there's some
and
guys
the
just
guys
like
that are there because they're
working
trying
out.
to live.
Yeah. So I am fascinated by men's approaches to hitting
Oh.
on me and other girls. And it doesn't matter if the guy is cute, if he's attractive, if he's my type. If he puts in a good effort, I'm impressed. And I'll let him know. I'll be like, hey, that was good. Like,
So
you
what's
know,
a good one?
Yeah, what's
Real
a pickup
quick.
line? Yeah.
let's see. Okay, so I went to the comedy club in Houston a couple weeks ago. This not at the gym, obviously. And my waiter, super professional to me the entire time, was really nice, friendly, but didn't make me feel weird. And I was alone, so I mean, like, I appreciated that. He wasn't trying to make me feel uncomfortable. And then afterwards, he did come up to me and he's like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, I don't want to make you feel weird. I do want to let you know you're very beautiful. You're very attractive. I'd love to take you out to dinner. Here's my number. If you don't feel the chemistry, that's okay. You don't have to do anything with this." And that was it. And I was like,
That's awesome.
damn.
Did you call
Yeah.
him?
No.
You know the heartbreaking
Come
part
on,
of that?
dude.
That was great, but no, I
The
didn't.
No,
heartbreaking
I-
part of that, no
Come
joke,
on.
is that he was in the back of the restaurant and he was going over the script.
He's like-
okay, I don't want to make you feel
He's
uncomfortable.
like,
like,
no,
wait,
that
no.
sounds stupid. That sounds
yeah,
stupid.
no, yeah.
He's like,
You
can you
wrote
look
it,
over
wrote
this?
it.
Can you look over this? Does it sound weird?
So
So you didn't call. What was
he
the
put his-
reason you didn't call him?
Okay.
Hey, really quick, Zold, how much time we got left? We good?
Seconds.
All right, cool. We got to run a quick commercial. We'll be back to finish up with Cory. And we are back with Cory Hageman. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so we left off where we're kind of going over dating and stuff like that, and, you know, if guys have muscles. We were talking about freaking arch nemesis of Christian Espejo over here.
Son of a
But we left
Super
off with
Sage
that
Northcutt.
that poor server. Poor server that
That's right. So how
Practice in
come
the
you
back.
did? Yeah, he went in the back.
So I just got out of a 3-year relationship very recently.
Wow.
So I ain't about to be calling servers and stuff. I'm
Yeah,
focused
I see.
on work. I'm not trying to give anyone the wrong impression. And the guy seemed really nice and genuine. So like, the last thing I want to do is go on a date with him and be like, "Hey, you don't want."
I see.
yeah, he would have
Respect
hated that.
Right, yeah.
Hated that. It's way better that you just totally blow him off. He's like, "Oh, thank God she blew me off. I didn't get that first date."
That's exactly what he's
Yeah.
thinking right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Just your
Just
friend.
keeping
Okay,
it 100.
So are we on like dating sites, or what are we doing now? Or are we just doing like after a breakup, where like, you know, I'm just focusing on me right now?
No, neither of those. Yeah, like I mean, I
No Bumble, no Tinder,
no, I
plenty of fish.
Craigslist.
yeah,
Craigslist.
there's a lot of people out there, but really like. I believe in, things just happening the way they should, meeting people organically.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of friends, who they've been in long relationships and they've gone and done dating sites and just tried to force another thing. And really for me, like I've been in long relationships my entire life. Like I don't want to try to get wifed up again. Like not right now, you know. And I feel like with my track record, that's probably what would happen is if I just like put it out there, like
I feel like the universe takes care of that. Like if you
Exactly,
just kind of let it happen, it happens, and it works out best that way.
exactly.
Yeah.
So during the break, we found out that you are a huge MMA fan.
Yes.
Only sport you watched.
Only
which is
sport I
strange from being from Texas. You
Yeah.
would think it's football, 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 football. But so who's your favorite fighter?
Girl or guy?
Let's go, guy.
Both. Let's go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
guy first.
What division?
Oh, wow.
Oh,
We're
don't
getting-
do that. Let's do
just-
this. Don't do this.
Come
Let's
on.
Let's
Just go.
come
Top
on.
three then. Top three if you're gonna go.
Okay. I do like Cody Garbrandt. He's
Okay.
one of the first fighters that I saw fight.
Okay.
Animal. Complete animal.
Yeah. Let's see.
Probably
Is it-
loses to TJ again.
Again.
Just saying.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
rough.
Go ahead.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. Conor McGregor. I'm a huge
Of course.
fan. I know a lot of people
Needs to get back in there though, right?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
he's really smart with what he's doing.
Oh no
Yeah.
doubt about that. But
He's not doing anything right now, and I think that's
Yeah.
the smart part.
yeah, he's taking no break.
Riding jet skis. That's what he's doing. All over Instagram.
Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of good
All right,
fighters
let's go.
out
Let's
there.
go, girl.
Okay.
All right,
Let's
female
go, girl.
fighter.
let's go women then.
And we'll just take Ashley. Like we know, obviously.
Yeah.
I
Ashley
mean,
is-
she's
Obviously.
obviously number one, but we can
Right.
talk
Okay.
about number
Yeah.
2, 3. Yeah, I really like Rose Namajunas.
Hell
Probably my
Yes.
number. That's my number one.
yeah.
Female, my
You know,
number one.
she's doing a lot in the sport. I mean, there's a lot of other girls that I think are doing good things, but I'd say Rose is my number one.
She's insane. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go out of all the MMA fighters. Which one would you see yourself going on a date with?
Oh, I like that.
Oh man.
Don't say.
She's all
say
White
North
Division.
Guy.
Please don't
This
say
is white division. What?
Division.
Right.
I actually want to hear, who do y'all see me going on a date with?
Oh, okay. Well, let's.
Cowboy.
Fucking Super Sage North Guy.
How old is he? He's like
He's 11.
like 9.
He's 11 years old.
21, maybe.
And he drowns. And he drowns cats.
I think he's just. I think he might be
Spain
21
was
years old.
convinced he's a serial cat killer.
he drowns cats. If you ever go on a date with him, don't go to his
Let
face.
her
'Cause
answer.
That's when
Let her
the shit
answer.
goes down.
Okay, go ahead.
no, I don't.
No one. There's
Really?
got to be someone.
Yeah.
There's got to be someone you're like, oh my god. Because
Come on, when
Yeah.
Luke Rockhold
Yeah.
walks into the cage,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not
Oh,
like,
shit.
Luke
"Oh, my
Rockhold
dear."
is like 10 years my senior.
Oh, how
Or
old are
more.
you?
23.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Super
into the
Sage
older
would probably
men,
be
okay.
right up your alley, I guess. He's
Texas
a,
boy, right?
he's a
Yeah.
He's a little young.
What? He's
Wow.
2 years younger than you.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I
There's
don't know
no
the guy.
way he's not. He's older than 22.
Well, he's 11.
Yeah, he's-
They're attractive guys, and they're guys I'm like, oh, you have a great physique.
okay.
But personality to me and actually being able to communicate, that says so much more.
All right, I'm gonna throw some guys at you here.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Am I supposed to rate them or just like left,
Say
right?
yes or no,
like,
yes or no,
oh,
yes or no.
Oh, we're gonna do.
God.
Just say yes or no.
Okay.
Anderson Silva,
No.
Cody Garbrandt.
Oh, that's a yes.
That's why she's such
That's
a big fan.
yeah. See, you upset her. You're talking
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, I'm real
I'm a
sorry
pretty big
about
fan
that.
of his.
Oh,
You guys-
clearly,
I
TJ?
wouldn't.
clearly.
TJ.
Yeah, I mean, TJ seems like a nice guy. I'd probably let him take me out. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like dating TJ Dillashaw?
Or like take you out, like.
yeah, I don't know how you're because we're talking MMA. Like, are we talking about
Yeah.
fighting or are we talking about dating?
I mean, y'all asked me dating,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I'm not planning on
stick with
fighting
dating
any
then.
of
Okay.
these
Okay.
guys.
Um,
I'm gonna throw two more at you. You ready for this?
Colby Covington.
Oh, damn it!
Oh no, I actually,
That's what I was gonna ask.
Really?
Yeah.
no. Here's the thing. I reached out to Colby to work with him, and he was actually really nice to me. And I was like, oh, that's so like that. That really made me like feel like special. I was like, man, he didn't just like go irate and shit.
I think that's more of a social
I think
media
he's.
thing.
I
Yeah.
think he's putting on us a little bit
Yeah,
of
a
shtick.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't go on a date with him. No.
Really?
What about Alan Jorban?
Oh,
I don't
good
know who
one.
that is.
Alan Jordan.
Okay, so I have huge gaps in my
Mm,
MMA knowledge because I only got into it in 2015.
What about
Okay.
Tyron Woodley?
Yeah. So the one thing is, I've heard that he's like 5'7".
Oh,
I've heard that
about
he's
that.
extremely short.
I don't know
I
how
heard
tall he is.
5'9".
I heard he's
Okay,
like 5'9".
how about I got a good one. Wonder Boy.
Yeah, I'd go on a date with him.
Darren
Really?
Till?
He's like 81 years old.
You answered that
Wonder
really
Boy?
quick.
Oh,
She's
wow,
like,
Darren
yes,
Till,
yeah, she's like,
really?
boom.
I,
Darren
I
Till.
like Darren Till's personality.
Okay.
I think
And he's
it
got that
comes
accent.
through.
Do you
Yeah.
dig guys with accents? He's got that English accent.
Hey, did you post something with Darren Till on your Instagram yesterday? No? Okay, never mind. Someone else.
No, I watched the Till and Thompson fight on the way here, actually. I was really excited, but I was on the plane, so like I had to buy Wi-Fi
God,
and
what a
stuff.
horrible fight. Sorry. I mean, that was just such a bad fight.
It was tense, though.
It was,
just
yeah,
tense.
Just watching.
He just
that-
celebrated like very.
You think he? You
Very
think?
enthused.
He could celebrate that way for the performance that he put on? Maybe turn it down a little bit.
I think he had what it takes to finish that fight, so it is kind of disappointing as a fan to see that. But I also think Steven does too, so it's like one of y'all should have finished
Yeah,
it.
both of those
Yeah.
guys
Both
should have
of
pulled the
them.
trigger
Someone
on something.
should have
It
just
was
been
close
like,
a couple
I need
times.
this, you know? Yeah.
So one prediction. This is the one prediction everybody asked me, and I have to flip a coin. Daniel Cormier versus Stipe in the heavyweight division.
I really want Stipe to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I think he's going to? I think one of them could get caught very easily, just with the right hands. Kind of like the Cody TJ fight. That was really, really
That was
good.
a great fight.
Yeah, and
Anyone could have got that
Yeah.
one.
Those are
Anyone
two
could've,
flip
yeah.
a coin fights to me. Both of them.
All right. Well, we have the wonderful Cory Hageman.
Wow.
I'm gonna let you
Did I
try that
fuck
one
that
more
up?
time.
All right, let me try
Yeah,
again. Cory. God, someone else.
Hageman?
Hey,
Hageman.
Hageman.
Yep.
Oh God, Cory Hageman in the house. Thank you so much for doing the podcast today. And I'm sorry I butchered your name.
It's okay.
Look
And
at
she's looking, I know you guys can't
She's
see this,
like-
but she's looking at me like, I'll fucking kill you.
yeah,
As soon as
strangle
the
you.
camera
As soon as
turns
this
on.
camera-
As soon as this camera turns off, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
But
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Donkey
Thank
Show
so much.
family.
Yes.
High five,
You are
fellow.
welcome anytime.
Hey,
High five.
Can we have our listeners hit you up for workout advice?
Yeah. My
Awesome.
my Instagram is Cory_fit, CORY_FIT.
Just don't send any dick pics.
Yeah, that seems to happen.
Yeah.
with a lot
Don't
of
limit
us.
it just to dick pics. No boobies, no vaginas.
You get
nothing like
vagina
that.
pics?
You get vaginas?
Any feet
In
things?
videos.
You get
What?
videos of women sending you stuff?
What? Whoa. Hey, when was the last time you got a dick pic?
She's like, on the way here.
I was here, so this trip.
Wait, you were here in this
In the studio?
No,
it's
no,
so
not in the
universal.
studio. Since I've been in California.
How
Oh,
many?
man. So what? Do people send? I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to wrap up, but I have a couple of quick questions about. So are
still
people
on.
sending? Are people sending you like balls, dick, face, or just dick in hand? How is this working? How are people? It's been a while since I've heard.
Are they
of
getting a
anyone
watch in
sending
there?
Are watches in there?
It varies.
what's the
It says a
fashion?
lot about the individual, what they choose to show, and what
Thank
they choose to
you.
hide.
This is why I'm asking this question. So what was the
Is
last
there a
one you got?
Rolex Submariner on that wrist? Is
Yeah.
there...
It's mostly just shaft and balls.
Wow.
No
that's-
face.
No face, maybe
Would you-
some V, but
Oh,
maybe
okay.
At the V.
legs, but
Dick seems.
Would you
Nobody
be-
has
would
the
you be
guts-
more
nobody has
impressed
the
if there
guts
was a
to
face
take
in
the
there?
Upshot.
no, that's weird.
Okay.
I've gotten those.
It's weird if there was a
got-
face.
It's super weird when there's a face.
You just
like,
want-
I don't
So
want to
nobody
see
has
this.
the
Like,
guts to take the
So you're not
upshot.
supposed to be-
You just want anonymous dick pics.
I don't want to see the face.
Yeah.
It just feels like
Wait,
you
wait,
could
wait,
Google
wait,
that.
wait,
though.
hold on.
Anybody could
So
just
are
Google
you
it.
okay? Do you look at it?
You'll
and
know
you're like,
if it's fake
God.
though. It has a
Or
tattoo
you-
of a candy cane on it.
Or are you judging it?
Oh, I'm judging it.
You're judging
I'm
it?
You're judging
judging
it?
it hard.
Have you? No pun intended. Have you ever been intrigued by one? You ever been
You're
like?
like, oh my God, maybe,
Oh, yeah,
maybe I
okay.
should hit him up.
I think
Sir?
a couple years ago there was a foreign guy who sent me a very well done pose picture,
Probably
level of
uncircumcised.
Yeah.
hardness.
Whoa, the
No, no,
dick
no,
had
no,
an
no.
accent and everything, huh?
It was great. Yeah,
Oh,
and it was one of those things. It was like, okay, there's
This
not
is
going to be
kinda-
a response, but I had to send it to a friend and be like, hey, like this is
pretty
actually
classy. Yeah,
this
this
might be the
is
top
good.
5.
Do chicks
Oh.
use dick pics like trading cards? Like, hey, check out this.
especially
Oh.
especially if they're weird.
What would be weird? Like a
Go get one from
curved,
Spago
maybe-
later, and that'll fall
Yeah.
in the weird
maybe
category.
curved off.
Curvy, weird colors, weird.
Weird
Did it
colors.
smell-
We are
Did
so
you have one
intrigued
for
by
sale?
this topic.
Tattoos?
We are so intrigued.
I haven't got a tattoo. I guess I need a.
All right, we're supposed to wrap up here. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for doing it. Donkey
Anybody
Show
wrapped
family. Up next, we have Beck Rawlings.